My name is Cecile Horka. I'm the Pixel Nomad and a photographer, and I invite you to join me to explore rare and endangered horse breeds, free-roaming equines, and heritage horses of Europe. In this video, I want to show you the 14 most endangered horse breeds in Germany. If you love rare horses, follow me on Instagram, TikTok and Facebook and subscribe to my YouTube channel to see more photos and videos. If you want to dive deeper, my book Forgotten Horses tells the stories of 15 endangered European breeds, their history and the people fighting to save them. And now, let's meet the first endangered horse of Germany's Red List. The Rheinisch-Deutsches Kaltblut is a heavy draft horse that originated in the Rhineland region of Germany around 1850. It was developed by crossing Belgian draft horses with Ardennes horses to create a breed well suited for the small and medium-sized farms of the area. The breed reached its peak popularity between 1930 and 1940. However, following World War II, the mechanization of agriculture led to a rapid decline in the need of draft horses, causing a significant decrease in their numbers. Today, the Rheinisch-Deutsches Kaltblut is recognized for its strong build, broad chest and back, distinctive split croup and dense mane and tail. The breed exhibits a calm and willing temperament, making it suitable for agricultural work, forestry, carriage driving, and as a steady leisure partner. Sächsisch-Thüringisches Schweres Warmblut is a heavy warmblood from Saxony and Thuringia, classified as endangered. It stands between 160 and 170 centimeters, is usually bay, black or chestnut. Historically, it was bred for carriage driving and agricultural work. The breed played a key role in development of German sports horses, but as demand for traditional coach horses declined, so did its population. Today, selective breeding programs aim to preserve its elegant yet strong build. While numbers remain low, the breed is still appreciated for driving and classical equestrian disciplines. The Schwarzwälder Kaltblut, also known as the Black Forest horse, is a compact, powerful draft breed recognized by most by its chestnut coat with striking flaxen mane, but they can also be in the rare colors bay, black or gray. Originally bred for the forestry work and farm labor in the steep terrain of this Black Forest, it was prized for its strength, endurance and surefootness. Due to industrialization, the breed's population declined dramatically. Today, conservation efforts have helped stabilize numbers, and the Schwarzwälder Kaltblut is increasingly used in forestry, carriage driving, and recreational riding. However, its genetic diversity remains limited, making continued preservation essential. The Alt-Oldenburger, also known as the Ostfriese, is an old-type warmblood that was once Germany's premier carriage and cavalry horse. It was developed in the 16th century and became famous for its strength, elegance, and calm temperament. However, the breed was gradually absorbed into modern sport horse breeding, reducing the number of purebred individuals. Despite its near disappearance, efforts are being made to preserve the traditional Alt-Oldenburger type. The breed is still used for classical dressage, carriage driving and pleasure riding, but its population remains fragile, requiring dedicated breeders to secure its future. The Schleswiger Kaltblut is a northern German draft horse, historically bred from Jutland and Suffolk Punch bloodlines. It was once a key workhouse for agriculture and hauling due to its immense strength and steady temperament. However, after the mechanization of farming, its numbers declined drastically. Today, only a few hundred individuals remain, maintained by small breeding programs. While still being used for forestry work, carriage driving and traditional farming, the breed remains critically endangered. Conservation efforts focus on increasing its population while retaining its original robust and hardy characteristics. The Dülmener, also known as the Dülmener Wildpferd, is one of Germany's last semi-feral horse breeds, classified as critically endangered. Originating from the Münsterland region in Westphalia, it's a small, hardy horse standing between 125 and 135 centimeters, often done with primitive markings. For centuries, these horses roamed freely on the estate of the Duke of Croy, surviving in a semi-wild state. While some were domesticated for riding and light farm work, most remained untouched by selective breeding. Today, the last free living herd exists in the Meerfelder Bruch, but their numbers are strictly controlled. Conservation efforts continue to maintain the breed, ensuring its adaptation to modern equestrian needs without compromising its wild origins. The Pfalz-Ardenner Kaltblut is a small to medium-sized draft horse from the Palatinate and Saar region, classified as critically endangered, with only a small number of individuals remaining. It stands between 155 and 165 centimeters and is usually bay, black, chestnut or grey. The breed originated in the 17th century, developed from Norman and Ardennes bloodlines to create a strong, resilient draft horse, suited for agriculture and forestry work. It was once widespread in the region, valued for its power, endurance in plowing fields and hauling heavy loads. However, with the mechanization of farming, the demand for heavy horse declined sharply, leading to a drastic reduction in population. By the 20th century, the breed was nearly extinct, with only a few breeders continuing to maintain pure bloodlines. Today, conservation programs focus on preserving its traditional traits while finding modern uses for the breed, such as forestry work. However, without more support, the Pfalz-Ardenner Kaltblut remains at risk for disappearing entirely. The Altwürttemberger Pferd is a warm blood from Baden-Württemberg, classified as endangered, with only a few hundred individuals left. This versatile breed stands between 160 and 170 centimeters, appearing mostly in chestnut, grey, brown or black. Historically, the Altwürttemberger was bred for both farm work and riding, known for its strength and reliability. It was one of the foundation breeds for modern German sport horses, but as breeding priorities shifted towards lighter, competition-oriented warm bloods, the original type was nearly lost. Efforts to preserve the breed focus on maintaining its traditional characteristics, including its calm temperament and adaptability. Despite its endangered status, small breeding programs continue working towards its conservation. The Rothaler horse is one of the rarest horse breeds in Germany, classified as critically endangered, with fewer than 100 individuals remaining. Originating from Bavaria, this heavy warm blood was once the region's most important farm and carriage horse, standing between 160 and 170 centimeters. It traditionally comes in bay or black, often with white markings. For centuries, the Rothaler was valued for its strength, endurance and calm temperament. It was the perfect all-rounder, used for plowing fields, pulling carriages, and even as riding horse for the military and nobility. But as mechanization took over and the demand for traditional working horses declined, the breed's numbers began to dwindle. By the 20th century, it was increasingly crossed with sport horse bloodlines, merging into the Bavarian warm blood and losing its distinct identity. Today, only a handful of dedicated breeders are working to preserve the Rothaler in its original form. The challenge is immense. Finding enough purebred horses to sustain a viable population is becoming increasingly difficult. The Leutstädtener horse is an exceptionally rare horse breed from Bavaria, classified as critically endangered, with only a few remaining purebred individuals. The slight warm blood was originally bred at the royal stud of Leutstetten, near Starnberg, and is closely linked to the Bavarian aristocracy. It stands between 155 and 165 centimeters, typically appearing in bay color. Developed through selective breeding with Thoroughbred and Furioso North Star bloodlines, the Leutstädtener was once refined yet robust riding and carriage horse. Its adaptability made it suitable for both military and agricultural purposes, but with the rise of modern sport horses, its importance declined. The stud and Leutstetten remained active until the late 20th century, but as breeding efforts ceased, the population dwindled. Today, a small group of breeders is trying to recover and preserve this historic line, but finding genetically pure individuals remains a significant challenge. The Senner horse is Germany's oldest indigenous horse breed, classified as critically endangered, with only a handful of individuals left. Originating from the Senne region in Westphalia, the slight warmblood was once a free-roaming horse that thrived in the heathlands. It stands between 155 and 165 centimeters, typically appearing in bay, chestnut or grey. Historically, the Senner was a semi-feral breed, managed in an open-range system and used as a cavalry and hunting horse due to its endurance and agility. By the 19th century, it was improved with Oriental blood, further refining its noble yet hardy nature. However, the world wars led to its near extinction. By the 20th century, the breed was considered lost, but individuals were rediscovered in smaller studs. Today, breeding efforts focus on keeping its original characteristics, but the gene pool remains extremely limited. The warmblood Alte Mecklenburger Linie is one of Germany's oldest warmblood breeds, dating back to the 16th century. Originally bred by the Dukes of Mecklenburg-Schwerin and Güstrow, it was a versatile war, carriage and agricultural horse, known for its stamina, reliability and strength. For centuries, these horses played a crucial role in transportation and farming. Following German reunification, the breed was increasingly replaced by modern sport horses, and only a small population remains today. Despite this, the Alte Mecklenburger is still valued for riding, vaulting, driving and leisure sports. Efforts are ongoing to preserve the original character and bloodlines, ensuring their historic warmblood does not disappear. The Lehmkuhlner pony is a rare German breed from Schleswig-Holstein, known for its robustness, health, longevity and cheerful disposition. Developed in the early 20th century, it was bred for versatility in riding and driving, making it an excellent partner for various equestrian activities. Today, the population is critically low, with only about 50 individuals remaining. Conservation efforts are underway to preserve this unique breed, focusing on maintaining its distinct characteristics and promoting its versatility. Despite these challenges, the Lehmkuhlner pony remains a motivated and balanced partner for both riding and driving, suitable for enthusiasts of all ages. The Arenberg Nordkirchner pony is a small riding horse developed in the early 20th century by the Duke of Arenberg. Based on the Dülmener horse, the breed was established through a semi-feral breeding program on the Duke's estate in Nordkirchen, Westphalia. The goal was to create an elegant yet robust riding horse suitable for children and light work. In the 1980s, the herd was dispersed and the breed was thought to be extinct by 1985. However, in 1995, a small number of surviving individuals were rediscovered. A study in the 2020s discovered that around 110 registered German riding ponies are direct descendants of the original Arenberg-Nordkirchner bloodlines, but only few of them with a higher genetic percentage. Although enthusiasts try to revive the breed, their future remains uncertain. The Beberbecker horse is a half-blood horse breed originating from the Beberbeck stud in Hessen, Germany. Established in the early 18th century, the stud aimed to develop a versatile horse suitable for military, carriage and agricultural purposes. The breeding program incorporated various bloodlines, including thoroughbred, Arabian and local mares, resulting in horses known for their stamina, elegance and adaptability. Following the closure of Beberbeck stud in 1929, the breed's population declined sharply, with many horses being absorbed into other breeding programs or exported. For decades, the Beberbecker horse was thought to be extinct. However, recent efforts have identified a small number of surviving individuals with the current population of 12 mares. Conservation initiatives are underway to preserve the Beberbecker horse, focusing on maintaining its distinctive characteristics and genetic diversity. Have you ever heard of these horse breeds? Maybe you've even met one or even ridden one. If so, please share your experiences in the comments. If you love rare horses, follow me, the Pixel Nomad, on Instagram, TikTok and Facebook, and subscribe to my YouTube channel to see more photos and videos.